Hi everyone. It's Sunday, July 5th. Actually, yesterday was July 4th. It's July 5th, so it's Sunday, and this is Marcy, and this is Book Talk Sunday. Today I would like to talk about Amanda Palmer's book, The Art of Asking, How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Let People Help. This book was a revelation. I have loved Amanda Palmer since her Dresden Dolls days, as the lead singer, piano player, songwriter, performance artist of Dresden Dolls. And I found her TED Talk first, which I'll link to this video. And she talked about busking as a 6-foot tall bride, silent street performer. And she would hand out a flower and people would put money in a hat. And she found that people responded to the silence of that asking, the non-obtrusiveness of that asking. And like me and so many others, she struggled with whether or not to ask people for help, how to ask people for help. Did asking people for help make us less than a person, or less independent or strong or valuable, or make us seem weak? And I think a lot of us people pleasers, a lot of us perfectionists, a lot of people who measure their own self-worth by their ability to be effective, or their ability to be effective by themselves, to achieve a goal without asking for help. But really, what is that? People want to help you. People who care about you want to see you succeed. They want to help you. They want to be able to feel good about themselves by helping you, feel good about your relationship. It's communal, it's community building, it's sharing a heart, sharing an idea, etc. So what she figured out was that asking people for help made us stronger, not weaker. And I listened to her book. I did it as an audiobook so that I would hear her voice. And I spent the better part of a week listening to Amanda Palmer chatting with me as I sat here at the hub of my creative life, here at my drafting table in my art studio. Amanda Palmer was here with me. And I joined her Patreon page and became one of her patrons. She's a singer, she's a songwriter, she's a musician. She has this very live, very expansive live Twitter feed with her worldwide audience. She communicates with everyone through her Patreon page. You know, she needs an amp, she needs food for a gig, she needs people to go out and sell tickets to something, or find a venue for some pop-up kind of performance, or a couch to sleep on while she's in and out of a city for a tour, a performance during a tour. And people open their hearts for her, and they bring buckets of food and open a couch and find her the amp that she needs, or whatever it is that she asks for, people help her to get. And I think that that's pretty extraordinary. In her book, she talks about her relationship with her surrogate father, Anthony, who was her sounding board for a great many years. And their relationship was extremely touching to read about. And you hear about or read about her burgeoning romance with her husband, Neil Gaiman, and their romance, and his lobbying, for lack of a better word, her to convince her to say yes to marrying him. She's extremely independent and brave in ways that I could only fathom of being brave, and is not overwhelmed with the danger or vulnerability. She allows herself to be vulnerable with her fans and with herself and with people who are close to her, even people who aren't. You know, she bears her soul on her blog, on her Patreon page, and I respect her immensely. And if she's ever in New York and she needs a place to sleep, I'll give her a bed and a meal or 2 or 12, or I think she's phenomenal. And listening to this book while I was writing the first draft of Permission to Land really helped me be brave, be more vulnerable, and bear more of my soul in excavating my heart and not letting myself off easy in my own narrative. It would have been very easy to blame other people for the circumstances that I found myself in and not take any of the blame or responsibility myself, to allow myself to escape culpability for my own actions or inactions or mistakes or ill-chosen paths, etc. But that wouldn't have been an authentic book, and it wouldn't have been cathartic for me, and it wouldn't have been of benefit to anybody who read it. It would have been farce. And Amanda Palmer, among others, and Brene Brown, and Elizabeth Gilbert, and Demi Moore, and Drew Barrymore, all these amazing women who wrote memoirs in the last few years that I have read have fed fueled my courage and allowed me to be the artist that I have become or am becoming, since it is a process. So I strongly recommend it. Amanda Palmer's The Art of Asking: How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Let People Help. It's sold wherever books are sold. I did mine on Audible. It's Kindle version. You can read it as an ebook. You can do it as an actual physical paper book. I strongly recommend it. And watch her TED Talk. Why not? So that's it. So this is Book Talk Sunday. It's July 5th. I hope you're all doing well. And please don't forget to go out and buy your own copy of Permission to Land, Searching for Love, Home, and Belonging. You'll enjoy it. Maybe it'll be a benefit. Love you all. See you soon.